Hey everyone, Ethan here from Extreme RC 4x4, and today we have the Spektrum DX6e radio. This is a 6-channel, 2.4 gigahertz radio. 2.4 gigahertz is becoming pretty standard nowadays, but the 6 channels is what I really want it for, just to have the additional channels for more options. Now most people are probably going to be using this in a airplane, a drone, your helicopter, things of that nature, but I'm actually going to be using it for a land vehicle, my Kyosho Blizzard. So that's a track type vehicle for those of you that don't know. But with this one you also get the receiver for it, and you have 250 model memory, which is pretty impressive. So you can have 250 models bound to this one radio. So if you really like this radio, that is a pretty good option for you. The wireless trainer function, again, more for your aircraft, and the spring centered throttle option. I think this is really awesome, and I'll get into that in a second here. But as you can see, loads and loads of options, really no shortage of them. So here's the radio and everything else that comes with it. I have been running this for some time now, and I really like it. I have it set up for my throttle and steering for my tracks, and over here my blade and the tiller on the Kyosho. You have absolutely tons of switches. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional switches on here. Just pretty awesome how many options you have for like throttle cut. You can do program into there, and just really anything you can imagine. The instruction manual, telling by the thickness here, I'm gonna say that they have it pretty well covered. Really, I've read through some of the things to help me with it, but I would really hang on to this if I got another one of these remotes, just because there's so much in here, just telling you how to do all the programming functions. You also have here the warranty registration, and you get this little Allen wrench and a bind plug. So I'm not exactly sure what that Allen wrench is for with this, but you do have an SD card slot here for model memory or things like that. But turning it on, you just press the power button. So it gave me that high throttle warning, because if you have an airplane, you'd normally set it like this. I have it set as an airplane because there's not an option for a land vehicle. But how you change things, I'll show you what this does. This is kind of hard to do, but basically what that just did was this channel now is no longer spring loaded, so it'd be like your airplane. You got it set up like this, you know, your throttle and all your other features. I run mine in the center here. So as you can see, I got everything spring loaded, so that works well for me. But you also have this 1 to 3 mode, so it's adjusted a little bit differently. Not exactly sure what the 2/4 or the 1/3 means, maybe just proportions of the throttle. But you can also move it to the other side in case you are left-handed. Now your throttle is over here, and this one is still spring-loaded. So a very good option if you are left-handed. But it comes with a nice lid over that so you don't get anything in it, and it also has this little guy that goes in there to hold the switch into position. When you first get it, it'll be sitting, let's see here, it kind of sits in here holding the switch to one side, so you got to remove it to put your switch in a different position. But you can see the voltage up here. I have 4.8 volts. You can see all your trims here for all of your channels, just for these guys. But you can program like throttle and your elevators and all that. You can change what part of the joystick would do that in there. If you just read through the manual, it covers it all. But another thing is, to shut it off, you have to hold this power button. So in case you are driving and you just bump the power switch, you're not going to completely lose control. So you have to hold this down for some time, and then it shuts down. So that's a nice feature, so that you don't end up driving your plane or your vehicle into the ground. I believe it is fail-safe, so if it does lose connection to the radio, it'll stop by itself, but I'm not exactly sure about that. A tip for when you're binding this remote, one thing I did find helpful was to hold the remote away from the receiver. I don't know why that helps, but having some distance between this remote and the receiver helped me bind it. It wasn't like linking together at first for me, but once I put some distance between the two, it started to work out for me. You also get some batteries with it. They lasted me about an hour, so it's nice that it comes with them, but they did not last me very long. We can go through the options here too. So just take our scroll wheel, or that will show you all of your different channels. So that's nice. You can see all the trims and where everything's at. So if I change this, you can see this is my throttle changing right there. So you can watch everything if you like to. But the function list here, you can do servo setup, exponential, your drive, throttle cut. So you got all sorts of things here. So if we go into system setup, you can see here we have airplanes, helicopters, maybe a glider that is, and a drone. So really you shouldn't have any problems with a lack of features on here. But you can program all these buttons to do different things. You can program in these switches to do things. Obviously I haven't really set those up to do anything yet, but I would like to set up my tiller servo to be as the throttle. Just you can change that to the throttle, and then I'll just change the plug on the receiver there, and then put a throttle cut on that so that it doesn't keep dropping down while I'm running it maybe. But anyways guys, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I hope I could help you guys out today. As you can see here, we've also got our timer going, so you can set timers on here if you would like to. And so mine, I have it set so if I click back, it'll start going clear. But as I was saying, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.